All right, what's going on, everybody? So today on basic market structure, this is going to be on support and resistance and how to actually use it, and just to show you how powerful support and resistance are, especially when you're using it to identify your higher time frame key levels, so that way you can trade out of it. So first things first is I'm going to teach you exactly what support and resistance is. So let's take, for instance, we have a bullish trend or an uptrend that's making higher highs and higher lows. So when price reaches a certain key level, which is, first I'm going to go over resistance. A resistance level, let's say this is a resistance level. Okay. What is a resistance level? A resistance level is basically when price fails to break above a certain key level. And when I say key level, I mean the price. So like 13,770. So that means that when price came in this area, it is failing to create a new higher high because this resistance level is not allowing it to. Think of resistance like a ceiling. So price is trying to break through the ceiling, but it's not being able to. The reason why it's not being able to is because there's a lot of bearish pressure coming from this area. A lot of sellers are looking to short the market at this area, which usually results in lower lows and lower highs. It doesn't always happen, but it just depends on how strong this resistance level is. Okay. So for a support, so support will be the same thing, just in the inverse. So when price is making lower lows and lower highs, and it reaches a certain key level, which is known as a support area, it means that there's a lot of buyers in this area that don't want the price to continue going to the downside. So this support level, think of it like a floor. It's being supported, which usually happens consolidation at this level, followed by an expansion to the opposite side. So in this case, it'll be the upside, causing the price to reverse from bearish to bullish. And these are key levels where you can look at to enter your trade, because if you can identify strong levels of support and resistance, you can almost bet that when price comes to this area, you can look for your entry signal to see if you get some sort of good rejection off of it, giving you a good indication that price is going to bounce off this level and go back to the upside. So you can take some buys off of this level. You can take buys and expect price to go back up to the, in your favor. That's basically what it is. Support, think of it like a floor. Price is failing to break that floor because it's being supported by the floor. Resistance is a ceiling. When price reaches that ceiling, it's being resisted and being pushed back to the downside. So how can you make money, or what should you look for when identifying support and resistance? When price is making higher highs and higher lows, once price breaks a previous, so let's draw this up real quick. So this is my higher low. So this is a higher low here. This is my previous higher high. And this is a higher low. Okay, so as you can see, price created a higher high, came back down, created a higher low. Price broke the previous structure of the higher high. So this is where you should be looking for a support and resistance level. So when price came up and created a higher high, usually there's some sort of consolidations at higher high, at the higher highs. And the reason why it's because there's usually a resistance level at those higher highs, which creates a resistance level, pushing the price back down to the downside. Once it creates a retracement, there's usually followed by another form of consolidation at this level, where price uses this level as a support to push and continue the trend to the upside, breaking the structure of the previous high So now what you should be looking for is using the previous resistance here at this level. Once it was broken, now you can expect a retracement into the previous resistance and use it as a support area once it starts a consolidation. If you notice a consolidation, if you notice a break of a previous higher high where there was a consolidation as a resistance, once it breaks, expect a retracement to that level followed by another consolidation, meaning that price is failing to break the support level to the downside, meaning there's a lot of buyers. Once you get that consolidation, you can enter a trade depending on what your entry signal is. We're not going to go over entry signals in this video, but whatever your entry signal is, once you get it, you can place your trade at this level with stops below, and then you can, target whatever you want to target. I usually target at 1 to 3. So that is how you properly use support and resistance to make trades. You're basically waiting for a higher low to be formed here at this previous resistance. Now you can use it as support. You enter, and then you can expect price to bounce off of it and create a new higher high. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go over the sell. So let's say price is making lower lows, lower highs, and we end up at a support level here, right? Price created a resistance here. So we have price that came down, came up, created a resistance, pushed down. Now we have a support. Oh, my bad. I messed up. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it correctly. Okay. Okay, this is what it'll look like. This is what you're going to be looking for. The price came down, formed a level of support, right? Price came up, formed a level of resistance. Price used this level of resistance to break previous support and retest this support level as resistance to push back down to the downside and break this new support level. It basically moves from zone to zone. Price comes down. Let me redraw this. Price comes down, tests support, retraces to create a resistance level. It uses that resistance level and momentum to break the previous support to the downside. This was the previous support. So what you want to look for and expect is to price create a retracement, retest this previous support, use it as resistance to push the price back down. That is what you're looking for. That is the power of support and resistance. And this area is where you're going to be looking for to take your trades. Like, let's say price was like this. Let's say price was like this. Price is in your previous support, now using it as resistance level, and you see consolidation. That is a good indication that it's going to use this as a resistance, strong resistance level to push the price back down to your level. That's usually how it looks like, and it's very powerful, and I recommend you use it. Let me show you some examples. Okay, so first things first is I'm going to draw all the support and resistance levels that I see. Okay, so price is using this as support. As you can see, price pushed up, broke above. It's now using this level as support. And what did it create? It created this higher high here. This higher high has resistance there. And the reason why it's resistance is because, remember I said there's consolidation. You could see that there's, it's consolidating in this area. It's failing to break this zone right here. It's failing to break this zone. Price came up. It's consolidating, did a retracement, use this as a support level to break and create a new higher high here, okay? And as you can see, there's another consolidation here. So this is our resistance, just like that, okay? All right. So now price came back down, broke through this previous resistance level, didn't use it as support, came down to retest this support level, came back up. Now it's using this previous resistance level as new form of resistance to break back down. And then it's now going to use this previous support level as a new resistance level. See how it's failing to break above to continue to the downside. See how powerful and strong support and resistance is? So now you can draw a new level of support here because we didn't break here. We did break here, but then we retested a support here. You can see price broke back up. It retested our previous resistance area. We rejected off of it. We're still continuing to break. Finally, it broke above, broke back inside. Where did it retest? It retested this previous resistance level over here, right here. It does that every single time. Came up, came down as a support level. Came up, created this resistance, came all the way down. Used this support level once more. Now, it used it as a resistance level from this previous resistance. Came back down. Now use this previous support as new resistance. Came back down. It came all the way back up here. Retested this resistance level. Failed to break above. Now use this support level as from previous resistance to break. Like, you're going to notice that support and resistance is very powerful. And you don't want to just take trades as soon as it hits these levels. What you want to look for is entry confirmations, which we'll get into in a different video. But I just want to show you how drawing simple boxes can help you identify where price is going. If you would have drawn up a level of resistance here, right? Because it's failed to break once, twice, 3 times. It barely broke above and came back down 4 times. And you see how once it broke, it came back, retested it as support, continued to the upside. Let's follow this along. Let's draw this new level of resistance here. This is the highest level of resistance. Came back down, retested as support, came back down. You could have drawn this up like this too if you wanted to. Support, support, failing to break this resistance. Finally breaks this resistance, and what does it do? It retests as support, and it breaks, and it creates a new higher high. Let's follow this. This is our new resistance level here now because price failed to break up there, came down, uses support, finally broke above. Same thing here. Created a support level, created a resistance level. What did it do? Came down, failed to break, uses a support, broke finally to the upside. And it just repeats itself over and over and over again. Look at this right here. Created a resistance area. And what happens once it broke above? It used it as a support area, and it look what happened. It shot all the way up to the moon. Support and resistance, literally, you find it every single day. Look, price came up to resistance, formed a support. It kind of just consolidated in this level. Broke below, broke back up. What did it do? It retested support, used it back up. The same thing here. That's basically how you draw up support and resistance. I recommend get on the 1 hour chart and just draw up support and resistance levels. That's all I want you to do. Draw up support and resistance levels and then just look at the market. Every time it breaks as a resistance, it's going to use it as support at some point. Anytime it breaks support, it's going to use it as resistance. I'm telling you, get on the charts, practice. Definitely add this to your kit, to your trading kit, because it will make you profitable. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Hopefully I didn't confuse you guys. And if I did, I apologize. But join the free Discord. Join the free Discord. It's absolutely free. I have nothing to sell you. Nothing. So what is the harm in you joining our community, joining our Discord, coming in there, asking for more clarification? I trade every single morning. I will literally teach you for free. Okay? So yeah, like this video, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you on the next basic market structure videos.